What's going on? Your boy Kyle Rice here with Hydro Mind. In this video, we're going to be talking about an underground way to build your paddling endurance that other people aren't doing. Now, there's layers to this thing. There's building the muscles, which you got to have. There's the breath training, which you got to have. I'm always talking about those things. But paddling efficiency is a little bit different. It's about building your movement patterns and making them habits so they're as easy as walking through the park, literally. So I'm sitting here in my house. It's finals day at the Pipe Masters. So this is really cool and works really well because it's really time efficient. It doesn't take much time, and you can and should be doing this when you're watching TV and you're at home and you got a little bit of spare time. So I got the computer there, I'm watching the finals, I got the power bands hanging right there. So I'm just gonna be working out right here in my living room, right where I'm watching the finals, and we're gonna be using something called the law of facilitation. And if you ever tried to break a habit, it's super hard. You think about brushing your teeth, you use your same hand, you don't ever have to think about it, it's all just automatic. If you tried to brush your teeth with the opposite hand, not only would it feel really awkward, but there's probably even a better chance that you just forget to even do it just because it's such an ingrained habit. Because when you do something over and over, it builds these neural pathways and connects them together super strong, so it doesn't require any thinking to do it. To break out of that takes a lot of mental energy. That's the law of facilitation. It's hard to get out of those grooves that you build. So if you aren't surfing a bunch, if you're busy with work or the swell's down and you go out to paddle, you're not gonna rise to the occasion and suddenly be strong and be able to surf for a long time, especially if you get tired. You're gonna sink to the level of your training. So in order to break that, you gotta make the paddle stroke a habit. You gotta really hardwire those into your mind. And that's what I mean by the next layer of efficiency or endurance, is it because it doesn't take all that mental energy to paddle when you make it a habit. The only way to do that is to do it really consistently. So a lot of studies vary. Some people say that to build a new habit it takes 21 days, some say 66, but those are only the bare minimum. So if you do the bare minimum and then you stop, you go back to your old habits. So you has to be consistent over time. But the good thing about this, it only takes a couple minutes a day, or you only have to do it a few times a week, and you can build those really strong neural pathways to make paddling as simple as walking in the park. All right, so I got the power band set up right here. I'm gonna be watching the Pipe Masters, and all I'm gonna do is periodically, I'll just step up and do the travel stroke. Now this is the most efficient paddle stroke, which is meant to be used 90% of the time when you're getting out past the break, when you are navigating around the lineup. It's the most efficient with your energy, and all you do, you just keep a straight spine, keep your shoulders square, and use as little muscle as possible. Now for me, I could do probably near 200 strokes of this, but for this particular workout, it's not meant to be a workout, it's not meant to burn yourself. So I'm gonna probably do maybe 100, maybe 75 strokes just to get the heart rate up, and just to really, it's only just to use that movement, so we're over time building those neural pathways. So I'll do that, the heart rate will come up a little bit, but then I'll do a total rest, 5 to 10 minutes to get my heart rate completely lowered. It was like I was never ever working at all, and I'll jump up and I'll do it again. And I'll do that as many times as I can. I won't get tired, I won't start sweating, but I'll get those repetitions in. And another bonus to that, because you're sending those work signals to your muscles, so you're telling your body to keep those muscles, so you maintain them. So if you've done a lot of workouts to build those muscles, this is a good way to keep those muscles from atrophying, so you don't lose your paddle strength between surf sessions, which is such a killer, which happens to everybody. So the best part about this, 99.99% of surfers aren't doing paddle maintenance, they're not doing repetitions to build those neural pathways. So if you do this, you're gonna have such a huge advantage. Not only are you not gonna lose your paddle strength between surf sessions, you're gonna build those pathways, so you have that second layer of energy, which is energy efficiency, because it doesn't take all that mental energy to break out of those grooves, because the groove that you've built is the paddle stroke. So literally, paddling, being in the water, just becomes as normal as putting one foot in front of the other, because when you have the repetitions and the consistency. So the convenience factor plays a huge role right here, because this only happens, like if you have to drive to the swimming pool, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna just go to the swimming pool and do like one lap just to keep those muscles. That would take forever, right? So having this here right in my living room, right while I'm doing other things, you know what I mean? You just leave these hanging here, you walk by them, you do them, and that is such a game changer. Convenience is king, repetition over time to make the paddling as easy as walking in the park, so you can surf longer, catch more waves, and have more confidence. So if you want these power bands, I want to send them to you. It's part of my paddle strength system. I'll ship these to you anywhere in the world. It comes with all the training, all the videos you need, so you can always be ready for when those quality swells roll in. You will always be ready no matter what your situation is. My name is Kyle Russ. Thanks a lot for watching.